tele tole deshi mange itolo jogada nejunena tole tele tole deshi mange itolo jogada nejunena ayaya anyemi ababa okwaya chuni ena mabotashi ya ewe moison ola ke tolo jogada nejunena ayoya anyemi ababa okwaya chuni ena mabotashi ya ewe moison ola ke tolo jogada nejunena edobo fo kunanga ya chunona tolo jogada nejunena edobo fo kunanga ya chunona tolo jogada nejunena wa you etobo nana tolo jogada nejunena Emmanuel etobo nana
Shkomeku Wakemini Omashi Radio. Coming to you live from the heart of the city. Wakemini Gamashi. Mene show Nima show. Mene 22nd of September 2021. Obakpe woni femo no. Eko niji Teemɔ mlinsani. Hidden secret. Jini femo krede ko ni wofio. Wake wawo he. Da ke da. Lala nyenu ese niji jewodi anche wonyaminu ngo niji wanyu ike aya oya itolo jogba ni echuni ina shikomeku mashi radio pasano na keshi ke ito modana na beda ke da sani ofele fiu dani ibaye emu shikomeku mashi radio kemini ja oya logo ngbeji ni TETTEH LARTEY Wakemini o machine no oba pe eku oba da meni wa wonu wakeni fimo ba nyegbe no diji the gym boxing and fitness gym koto kasi atole form wanyo oya nu oya kasi beni michon wana oba nyole beni oba defend o ha ekuleni oba je hekoni awiye lo yejen wanyo twa me 0545 193 289. Agbenela mastermind multimedia concept. If you're printing, branding, posters, flyers, keko kume. Now banyo twale 0244 643 647. Agbenela unke the gym ice kinky. Obana olile oto nobody afi from. Ice kinky wo you egbe shida neba dog ofa neke kimi baba o. Amo banyo twale 0545 193 289. Agbenele Jenny's Pizza. You can buy a pizza from Jenny's Pizza at 50% discount. And that's the Chempe promotion. You can buy at half price from 12 to 6 p.m. every Monday and Thursday. When you Jenny's Pizza is 0268 Niji 595-222. Wanyo kama kwe dansoma na kuko futu runabout. Agbene kuma se wana me trade junction. Honongo in Accra the junction. Jenny's Pizza. Ige mini chempe o chempe.
Kama kwa noko kane bwana. Kama bwana ni kane bwana.
Mito manga wadienche wa sister kumimi mahale happy birthday in advance. Wa sister komeko ni ekwa wokaje otakrade ni amli. Ene eje shem na nakwabna jeme ege ha mami Yakuba Pra. Mami Yakuba Pra. In Takradi, wish le happy birthday in advance. Niji on the 7th of October. Niji wadiente wanyamiyo. Niji mami Yakuba Pra. Ni eyo Takradi. Happy birthday in advance from Shem Nana Kwabna. Eke sumobo wa de enche agbenele hu weekend na ni teshian na no ni ba mistake mi funny I know ni phone na egbenu mi won nya mi nunku ni actually Messi Messi ni e hon phone si La Paz Messi ni hon phone si La Paz leji money wa mi ni nya reviving phone na back or Messi no your La Paz opposite Las Palmas ye oyura don hon all kinds of phones wanyochi obenkele ni bohu ona phone na ku shikome ko woni fe mo no ni di Teemɔ mlinsani ingmene incho ni wo ba yueji different functions of the mind di bi srote ni dwomo onyo efio no dwomo onyo echuo no jinno ni ngmene wo ba yue here ni Dr. Imam ABDULLAH Sapo ebashe we chencho wachi wo benkele ni wo ke ni fe mo abanyegbe no Sane ne ngam ko ya wo de enche wo che ni gonti ajo atipa manche ke agbenele hu na odi adenku kenklemo niji anyamanye ke mo fe mo ni nkwo niji Christy lewe ekwo kenje abose okan Christy okay Sane ne ko ba ye bi ke mo Linda Mrs Mrs ayi lewe chenche ko wa pe shikome ko mashi radio okay mini ja oya logo dog wake bia na ele wahele ifonko ye no je hu
eni je blo nyami ni bongo ke nyami ni lai bi efe
bi ojugba wabakpa meni ko fire ke shinmene wo bi ete wa dienche ameke wo isha akiwo oshina fio ni ba benyele ake chone nu chuma chon ni chone no feno no mi chon no fenyo no nyo iba no wonye kekiao mena incho ni wo ba yueji different functions of the mind niji no crede alo nibi komani dwomo ye hegbeni enyo efio wo dog ko ejeme be umanye sani
be tubole fe minga mo fiamo ni mimbi ningo jomo ke jolemia me fe ni na deka ni ameke wo fio na ke program ne ni mo ajo amefe ife na me na me data ke jola me ke na bundle ke ko na ke show na ke program ne ni mo ajo ame ngamo eku aya oni gonti ajo the first engineer atukpa elo ni mo ajo le san ni mo afita emanche ile hale ko ni mo afita ni na mo hale be tibole kedi wo wacha onu tumo no me no feel it feel shi oba apologize tibole fe ke me ni fe ni ko ke wo shi fe ke wacha onu tumo no ke woni kasimo no last week we hear about nibi ni ke wo use wo jomo ke fi alo boni ke wo mindset yo ha boni ke wo fi wo jomo ha boni issue wo hie ke boni e ha no wo hie fio ekuma ni ha no hie fio for ekuma ni ha no mo fine ekuma e ha ni bono jomo yo ke ha ni mini no ko gbo jomo na ke ha no tu hie ene me fe last week wo was susu wo bote min san shi mene no wo sumo no wo fi mene ji won kwa ke shi keji lelent mo no tran ke nibi ni ko ye kagbene nibi ye ni ko nu e kagbene exercise ko ni ko fie ha ni mini ojomo na e wale na ojomo mi wale do no ojomo jugba ka o fie na ka nibi ese no ojomo ina wale jugba mini jino ni obanyo o use ojomo ke fi ona jomo ke e wale ai nibi na ke fio mo ko ke na fi aeroplane mo ko ke na fi car Mugo kene fe studio. I mean, I use jomo kometu no can fini be different. Wa bia ke mini no yo jomo name na anyo ake fe oni be different E ko jino oba ne inho senji ni bongo. E ga e phone benu mi. Ona ni muko asa ale La Paz. Ona ni bi na ke jomo fio. Moni sa phone ale La Paz mene abacha egbe studio mukomba na ele ake show keja ale no phone fitie muko La Paz na sa phone ona ni bi na ke jomofio won kwa ke shi mini onye wo ko jomo bibio na efio ncho bibio ne ma wono ne ke ansoni yo me bibio ne ni bi aboni onyo ke fio no jino no osmoko ni mini osusu enwene muko le femo muko nkase muko muko ye ni bi na echo master ni le ba chomoko ni ene me fe jomo kometo no wo biake tie fe oten wo na ne ke jomo mi hi wala ne o ke fi oni bi sorti agbene sho ekon na gbene kesha na kan time jomo enai wala ke fi no kuno don onye ba pani ano onyo dwendon bono le no dwon first no ojomo yo active onyo dwen na kan don e ka gbene mini e na jomo boni ole le functional be no yo young ke she ikwe enye function na kan don ene emeji no to osusu enwene kuno okwe ake tie ba fete oba hin ojomo ha ni jomo achabo no onyo use ojomo da ne ni unana agbako nje pa ko moko ba kai bwake o ni ete wo fe nete alo mini color na ni deko color polente onyo le color ne alo color ne don you become color blind wa beke te fe otin ni moko ni le green ile yellow ile red ile white e ba share ko agbene wa fe color blind ni ile color ne don ene mejino wo to osusu enwene.
Okay. Dog Daniel Baya no me come ba fita we hia wo oba try ni wo acknowledge am hunko ni mi chon mi she aba hia na fefo. Linda Hope kwe wokenje Borga here watching you guys live from Upper East Borga. Linda, welcome to the show. Have a nice time with us. Agbenele wo sister come actually Christy. Let we call kenje abusi ukaini amli. Echenchon Mrs. Ayi Baba Fitawe. Dog, ofaneni ukewo ayanyi.
Be no no weje ake o topic e
info na Mrs. Ayi lewe eba. Ege hi studio, great to see you this afternoon. Mrs. Ayi won ngo na wa akeshin oba Fitawe ni femo no. No he agoko ba e bia mi shemni. Dog.
Minga me fe good afternoon. One day about the different functions of the mind. How does the mind function in different ways? How many faculties do you have in the mind? And how are we able to use in different ways? Some people are conscious. Some people are conscious in the mind. Some people have what you call subconsciousness. Or not, the same mind. And some people are super conscious, the same mind. So you ask yourself, that is how we get meaning. Good, better, and best. The same mind.
Sure.
Somebody can be good, somebody can be better, and somebody can be best using the same mind. How do we achieve these things? Because if you are able to analyze these things, no, can imagine if you know no bana only achieve a standard no tower.
Okay.
Or the standard required. Because in every institution, in every organization, in every family, or in every setting, there's a particular standard required. And until you can achieve that standard, you have to use your mind. So how do we use our minds perfectly to achieve the standard that we want, or the standard that is required? Okay. So we take it from the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the superconscious mind. Mokwane, for example, Elenoko, score bill and ye. You're conscious about the thing. He's perfectly aware of the fact. But if you ask them, they're not able to tell you. Could be like a minibar, and ye cable. Elebone one if Elenone fear no, it's called bill and ye. Then Mokwane ni air jui, Mokwane air ju pepe, no more than a cono, a kaiju go. Cheju. Mukwane male no more like oh male no go e male ko shi just like shi e town ni ASP no ko can if mistake e ka ba gbena using the same mind. Or you can imagine how many things people can do using the same mind on different levels. And this is what we are trying to to do a research on. How do people use the same brain, the same format, the same senses that everybody has, but then people use their senses and their consciousness, their knowledge, their mind in different ways. You ask yourself, how does that happen?
Okay.
Then what is a conscious mind?
Okay.
And what is a subconscious mind? And what is a superconscious mind?
Here we have an iPhone 8.
We always have to learn. We always have to ask questions. We always have to find out answers to certain situations, certain circumstances. Because that can raise your consciousness above the level that is required or that is needed. Because if you are stagnant in one place and you don't move around, you don't explore different areas of life, you'll be stuck in one place. So even though you are conscious, subconsciously you are losing out. Someone can be smarter than you because the person has explored different areas of life. They have more experience than you. Their horizon is more broadened than yours. So obviously, even though you are conscious, somebody can be more conscious than you. And that is why we have to learn. And that is why we are here. Well, like I said, some people make money, I'm an inheritor. It's hereditary. Smartness, consciousness, alertness, being steady, being clever, being intelligent. Sometimes it's hereditary.
Okay.
Because mukweni I'm a lame na meje, ikwe papa leniwa, alo mami leniwa, or hereditary. If I inherit na can suba from many a family background.
Okay.
Mukweni ni ekase is a learned habit from other people. Mukweni ni le experience ni in a life ni no generally can support you. So a raise or a consciousness higher or a honey mini, you get a better understanding of things. You begin to perceive things. You begin to conceive things. That is how you begin to learn how to be patient. You become more patient. Because now you are beginning to understand certain things. So subconsciously, you know what to do at the right time. It is when you don't understand certain things, that is when you struggle. That is when you fight over things. That is when you argue a lot because you don't understand anything. Or you don't understand what is going on. Or you don't understand the particular situation you find yourself in. So you argue about it. But if you are conscious about what is going on, subconsciously you pick it up and you take it from there. And then eventually, mini Baba, you become super conscious. That is how we gain what's mastermind. So in that case, you will be able to control all situations and circumstances peacefully, quietly, without any problem. Misunderstanding Baba, argument Baba, and then you begin to separate. Because why? You are not able to be, to mastermind the situation, being conscious of the situation, being aware of what is going to happen next. So you prepare yourself for what is going to happen next. But if you're not conscious about any situations around you, how can you prepare yourself for the inevitable? Or mind the way it functions, or alertable as to what is going to happen next and what you should do next. But if you're blind about certain things, what happens is that at a particular time you wouldn't know what to do. And that is how some people get confused sometimes. Some people cry, Some people argue to defend themselves. Because why? At that particular time, a direction, be conscious about what only happened, or a mastermind in here. Or it is always good to do research as to what to do at a particular time when something crops up. Or mind it functions far, the faculties far, but by usually at appropriate time when it is needed. Some people misappropriate the functions of the mind, either consciously or subconsciously, because sometimes out of fear, we say things too quick. Out of fear, out of panicking, you say things too quick when you're not supposed to say it. But some people can mastermind the situation and keep, if I'm more achieving, to become so patient, not to say something when it is not needed. But someone will say something at the wrong time, and at that particular time, something will go wrong. The same mind then, when aboni moko yisolo diba, ke eya jupo na bilake bo ajunie, ke lelo ejuko no enanie mo sheko ona ne ko hu se ba ke enanie shekoko ni bi na ko fo yo foko ni bi ai are you not doing your washing? Oh, you know, I think I'll do it the next hour. You know, the next day, the same mind. You see? So it's always good to know, to assess. That is why it is always good to assess people, to know exactly how their mind is functioning.
Okay.
Because if you don't know how people's minds are functioning, obviously you end up, either doing the wrong thing at the wrong time, or probably not doing it at all. And that might create some situations you may not want. Or it is always good, like I say, Dane, so no lebonimoko mind functional. Either more a conscious, allo a subconscious, allo a superconscious. In that case, when you are associating yourself with such people, you know the level you're falling on. You should know the level. Because if you don't know the level, obviously, if you are taking heights, you should know you are taking heights. If you are climbing higher, you should know you are going higher. And if you are going lower, you should know. So you should know who is the right partner for you by assessing the person's mental capacity, how their mind works, how it functions. Are they conscious? Are they subconscious? Or are they superconscious? So within that category, you know which type of friend you should make, or who you should associate yourself with, and who you should not associate yourself with, based on the level of thinking and understanding, the mind frame, the mindset. Or knowing the different functions of the mind there will allow you to choose your way and your path. Within a society, within a community, within a group, within a certain family setting, you should know where you belong. And you should know where you stand, so that you don't end up at the wrong place at the wrong time. Or if you came out you feel about the functions of the mind, no go feel man engaged. Ne ka le no ko moko sanekoni wa bi already when time at Teemɔ, she emphasize and elaborate on a few things. No one can pick from here as to do with how the mind functions.
Okay.
And the different ways the mind then you're functional.
Okay. Jeme mina ke Sane bimoko iba. When you mi yo ekomeke itawele michon, what is the biggest part of the brain? The biggest part of the brain.
You see, when we are dealing with subjects, we have to be very realistic and relevant as to which topic we are treating. Otherwise, when you're talking about biggest part of the brain, it's a different subject altogether.
Okay.
When we are talking about the functions of the mind. Can we start brain treats more? You are going into no different, but bien one treat functions of the mind. Boni mind they functional. We are not talking about sizes here. We are talking about functions. When I always say, I like to be very realistic about things that we discuss. When it's time for questions, when I go all outline questions, in different questions, she as to what we are treating now, is so important. Or what keep na can parfait, as boni mind they functional.
Okay.
The functions, on a some topic where on topic when we could be about hemoglobin and all that. Like if you're dealing with nerves, when you're dealing with the nerves is different from the
the brain.
The what do you call it? The blood
The
cells and what they, what I'm saying. Well, if you the size of brain, we talked about that because when I go treat the inner organs. You follow me? Bien on like 1 year, but no way I one deal with Nibini Ba or Jamona. Of an anonymity. Nibini Ba or Jamona. Kebone is an imini, 1 year or Jamona problem Kakabai. You can fall Bibioko back problem of Obrene. Elewi size a. Hello, Mali. Careful Bibioko ba Obrene. Elewi size of the brain is it? Only well.
The dog Gemino Nage Equibeke, what is the role of the subconscious mind?
Onake don't know about Jelem already well enough no more. Ona. See the more na hello bushie, the more no pico, subconscious low pico near. And then you begin to use your experience to work on it. Ona. And the more you work on it, the more it broadens your horizon to become a super, what do you call it, conscious person. Because already you know by Jelem, remember go chombo bona ayovuvo.
Nakai.
Alo Mali.
Nakai.
Mogo chombo kubona yovuvo. Mogo chombo kubona yoni. Mogo chombo kubona interflate ashamo. Alo Mali. Mo fiamu no bajele miye. Fufo orange ole, which is left, which is right omo. Alo Mali. Fufo, as a baby, when you are being breastfed, you know which side of the breast is tastes better than the other side. We know all these things when we were infants, babies. Alo Mali. Well, so, you know, the consciousness is there. But as you're growing, subconsciously, then you begin to pick them up. Most of those things, we use to defend ourselves. Ona. Kote. Nibini lawyer can defend of it's from the subconscious mind. Ona. Because ole no me femo onye ba panibi kumano.
No be dog mini je enuchumo subconscious
Enuchumo ji ona. Enuchumo ji. No fe no ole mo ona. You how do Teemɔ baba gamin put no fe no ole mo no ji aba helebo she. I create awareness and then you pick it up. It more ona. Ke owo na a helebo she no bo ti oshi. She bo she can't tell no to she got you get back to your normal business. Ona, which means again subconsciously olomo ona akemini ke owo is an rotation. Shake no wo no ko be no wafi. Na can consciousness aje ejeme. O ko tesin na ke no ye wo me no ball no san ofu mo. This is a case of being subconscious. Call wo kra wo flat. You don't know nothing that is going on. When you are sleeping, you don't know anything that is going on. But as soon as you wake up, you are able to detect what to do, which way to go, which way not to go. You know, am I going to wash my face? Am I going to, brush my teeth? All these things begin to come subconsciously. They become to come because it's there already.
She dog earlier you know ko have some practical example ko ke men ko men yeni keji o ke fe no ko e ba he function. E ba he function. E ba he function bi no ba na 2-3 days if you ko. Many hani na kan ni ne ba.
We call it negligence.
Okay.
Negligence is to do with in here about consciousness. Then it's subconsciousness. Then it's superconscious.
Okay.
We have good, we have better, we have best. Someone who washes about 10 clothes in less than maybe half an hour. It will take someone the whole day washing the same amount of clothes. Or you can imagine what is wrong with the other person that they are delaying so much. And what makes the other person work faster than the other person. It's all to do with how the mind, the brain functions. Of another bonito. Ni kobanam ko ne fe negligent e fe lazy. Laziness. Laziness is to do with how unprepared more mind they feel. The mind is not prepared. The person is conscious. I have to do this. But subconsciously, nearly where to start from. Because, last year I was talking about the mindset. It set a mind there. And as you set your mind there, that is the reaction and effect you get on your body, your performance, and all that. That is when you set your mind in a way, when you set your mind in becoming active, proactive, efficient, that is how it reflects. That is how it reflects and develops in your system. But when you set your mind to be negligent, to be lazy, to be withdrawn, to be time-wasting and delaying and all that, you see, when you set your mind like that, it reflects on your performance. You see? So out of consciousness, you become subconscious and superconscious. It means we improve upon the standard all the time.
Your dog be German wali na kan superconscious
You even haven't started from conscious to get to subconscious and then you move on to super conscious. Obviously, you'll be flying. You'll be flying.
Okay,
You see, you crawl. So first of all, you crawl, and then you begin to walk,
Okay.
and then you begin to run. But if suddenly instead of crawling, you are walking, everybody will wonder, what kind of baby is this?
Magician.
Exactly. So it's a systematic approach to everything.
Okay.
Even though that is why we say life is a learning curve. Everybody is learning, so you don't judge people by your standard. Because you have passed through, you blame other people for coming behind or lacking behind. No.
Dog, info na. Yeah, Shibami. Mrs. Ruby Aike, which conscious, at which conscious will you put forgetfulness? Niji here no pamo.
Here no pamo. Again, at which conscious?
Yes. Again, at which conscious will you put forgetfulness? No, kadi were conscious, were subconscious, were superconscious.
No forgetfulness. I'm put that within consciousness.
Okay.
Because when you are subconscious, at least only a mastermind of you. For example, instead of being lazy, you can conquer the laziness by being a subconscious person. You can find ways to conquer the laziness. Follow me. But somebody who is only conscious of being lazy and they don't want to move forward, improve upon that, obviously they'll be there for a long time. They'll be lazy for a long time until they become subconscious of the fact that no, I have to come out of laziness.
Okay.
We all know how to be lazy. We all know how to be lazy. We all know how to do good things and bad things. Yeah, we all know how to do that. Okay. But subconsciously, something will tell you that no, I have to move from this state to the other state. I have to improve upon my standard. I have to upgrade my system. So subconsciously, that takes you above the conscious level. Or from that subconscious level, you can broaden the horizon again, yeah, to get to them in the super conscious level. That is how some people even command. They don't even do much. They just command.
Okay.
Because they are super conscious. They just command.
IUAP.
They just do this and something happens. They are so organized that they just a flip of a finger.
Well packaged.
Well, everything is so organized.
Okay.
Everything is so systematically organized. So everything is well arranged to the sense that just a click like this and things will be happening. Well, you see, it's all about improving standards. It's all about upgrading the system and the standard. It's all about making things better. It's all about achieving goals. Or develop consciousness. It broadens up to a level. Everything just functions automatically. Everything just functions automatically. It functions systematically. Or instead of you having gaps and breakages, you don't really have such problems because, you're 100% aware. You're 100% aware. And most of the time, no one knows gaps and maybe come here. It's because, maybe you're conscious, I guess, and anything that happen. But, you don't have the force to make it move. Ota no machine. But like a machine. Everybody is conscious about that. Alone Mali. I guess one machine. Okay. See how many people can afford to build a house? No, that trouble down. Don't be a few money business. Only means yata on the or subconsciously, no generally money or move from one stage to another stage. And then you keep on moving forward. But if you're just conscious of something, and you're not informed of how to, to upgrade, to upgrade upon that consciousness and to, systematically, improve upon it. You'll be staying in one place. This is what is happening in most places. Anyway, I don't want to mention names, but it's happening in most places. They stuck in one place for a long time and they're satisfied with that.
Shidog, you made mention of improving and then okay, so no improve system kuni michon when you broaden you know okay, so no you improve system. How do you then
ke utano upgrade system you have to regulate you have to regulate the system.
Regulate, okay.
And then when you regulate the system the system lente improve way.
She want to okay boy ano do boy ano.
Ke o regulate system because you are conscious of something.
Nakai.
Okay, this thing must happen. So in order to make it happen, you must regulate it. And then the more you regulate it, the more it becomes useful. And the more it becomes purposeful. Well, in any case, you are looking for results anyway. You are using your mind, to look for results. So if the mind is not functioning properly, how can you achieve results? Or use the mind there in different ways. Near function of the bar, no achieve results, or achieve a goal. Or get it consciously, subconsciously. Mind there a bit, if it dysfunctioned, how can you achieve results? This is the main thing.
Okay.
You want to achieve something. Something must happen. And if that thing is not effective, if that thing is not working properly, the machine is not performing properly, you have to upgrade the performance for it to work better. So mind then, that is why we learn. That is why we ask questions and answers. The reason is that you want to upgrade upon meaning, the functions of the mind, so that the mind can work better. That is why people, when they have headaches, they take tablets. That is why people go to hospital when they have problems with the head. Because why? They don't want anything happening to the head that would dysfunction, the functions of the mind. So you want to make sure every cell, that is why last week I was saying, you always have to make sure every cell is active in the mind, in the brain. Because that will even help in physically growing, even your health, your hair. In the growth of your hair, you need to make the cells work better. Improve upon the functions of the cells so that your hair, you can have a good hair. When you see some people's hair is lovely, it's shining, because why? The cells are working properly. The functions of the cells are okay. Or that is how we started last week. Make sure the cells of the brain is functioning properly. So in that case, for you to be conscious and subconscious is so easy. Because it's one step to the other. Ke o brain cells are tuned and they're not active. Onye no o brain a function the bar. Ni ke brain function the bar. O mindset if you okay. One o no show fi ania. No, it is always good. I guess look at the condition of the brain. Nobody mind that face strong. At the same time, I call not strong mind there. How conscious is the mind is. That is the starting point. Some people are so forgetful. Where is the consciousness? In 5 minutes, which are more conscious. Well, no, be conscious or set person, if you don't give them that awareness, if you don't wake them up.
Subconscious.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, if the consciousness, if it lose consciousness, only more it lose consciousness, get you awareness, they'll be sleeping there forever. It's like someone who has got a mental case. If you don't really do things to make them, that's why people go to rehab and all that.
Sure.
To bring them back to, to recoil the system. To bring them back to base.
To reform.
To reform the system. They'll be stuck where they are.
Okay.
Or consciousness, you build it up and rebuild it. It's like the immune system. The more you realize, your immune system is going down, it's becoming deficient, What you eat things.
Dog,
That will make your immune system go up.
I'ma be no kwe. Kemo kwe conscious stage to be no chwa ke kemo ewo ja heli le shidan. Ani kemo ye na kan ni ne stage ani mo ele heba no alo ele. Alo
ask yourself a question like mukune yiseke. The flache in a mental case or mental problem. They're also human beings, you know that.
And quali.
They eat, they drink, they breathe the same as we do. But ask yourself, where is the mind gone? Where is the mind gone? Someone who's had a mental case, a mental problem. Ask yourself, where is that mind gone? A lot of people are in the system. Some people are, some even very close to us. And to be honest with you, they are developing the symptoms of, having mental case and mental problems. No one knows. No one knows. But they're developing gradually. You see, these things happens in a way that it develops gradually and then it mounts up. So we shouldn't take anything for granted. No. Especially when it comes to the mind. We shouldn't take them for granted. You see, that is why sometimes when I came in topic, I digress. I don't encourage that. Because coffee na campona. Follow near or coffee or divert near of stage of mind is very delicate. Extremely, we should not play around with any issue that is concerning the functions of the mind and the brain. We shouldn't joke around with that because any slight mistake can take you off track. You may think you're okay, but you're not. A lot of things are happening, and sometimes we have court cases, sometimes we have, cases at the police stations, sometimes, name them. People go to tribunal, and you ask yourself, what exactly had happened? When you look into that case, you'll be asking yourself a lot of questions. Something is going wrong somewhere, but it is not being detected.
No, dog, many, when I came me look very reserved.
That is what I'm saying. Some people can be very, very, conscious about certain things.
No, baby, I'm a summoner, they'll be reserved.
No, I'm a summoner.
A ball in a company, I'm a lay.
Mind there carry away. Something is carrying away. And when I could watch in Bionoculas in the previous how do people become absent-minded? Absent. You'd be surprised you're talking to someone, but they're not there. They're not there. And then you call them. Then that's when they realize, oh, sorry. They come back to themselves. The mind is gone. And that is how it keeps going gradually. Gradually, it is going, And when it is gone, you'll be left with your heart. And that is when people put a lot of pressure on their hearts. And they'll be having heart problems. Because the mind, when the mind is not functioning properly, it puts a lot of pressure on the heart. It is the mind that makes the heart sound.
Sure.
Because when you think of something and you're able to achieve it, it gives you a sound heart. It makes you happy. But if you're not able to think properly, it makes you get worried. It makes your heart heavy. Sometimes you can't do anything because the mind has been taken away. Or subconsciously. We are conscious, okay? We are conscious of everything around us. But then, how to deal with those things subconsciously is what people don't know.
It's a problem.
Why do you think something happens? Somebody will be very quiet watching, and someone will be so angry, start breaking things up, making the whole world know that something has happened. And the same thing will happen, and yet someone will keep it so quiet and so cool and so private, and no one will even hear about it. The same mind. Ask yourself, how does it happen? Some people are very strong here, very strong.
No, dog, money a keeper, ke money actor, na money money a use brain mind or juba.
We talked about patience being a skill.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Imagine something happens, and you have a hammer in your hand. And instead of using the hammer in your hand, you use your head. What have you done?
We.
Thank you. This is what we are doing most of the time. You have the patience skill in your hand for you to use at the time when something is happening that can take you out of trouble. And instead of using that patience skill to take you out of trouble, you use your heart. your arrogance, your pride, your anger, your frustration to take you into trouble. Instead of using the hammer, you use your head against the wall. Who is going to be hurt? The hammer or you? This is what is happening. So if you're not smart about things, if you're not intelligent about things, if you're not clever about things, if you're not observant about things, if you don't use the mind properly, you always end up in trouble. 5 minutes patience would have saved a bigger situation than you doing something worse that will take you to the police station, or probably to the court, or probably to prisons. You see? So you can imagine how many things we do with our minds, how the mind functions in different ways. We meet thousands of people out there every day, all having different functions of the mind. How do we deal with all these people? This is what we are treating here today. How do we treat all these people that we meet with different mindsets, different functions of the mind, different behaviors, different challenges? How do you deal with all these things at the same time, using the same mind? So if you don't have a mastermind, you'll be crying every day. If you don't have a super conscious mind, you'll be worried every day, you'll be sad every day. Because why? You wouldn't know what to do at a particular time when something is happening beyond your control. Anybody who deals with the situation deals with the situation using their minds.
Okay.
So how can some people be so good in dealing with situations, and
some
others
bad.
make it even worse. The same situation, others make it so worse. So what we are doing now is upgrading upon our way of thinking, our mental capacity, so that instead of become slaves in the mind, we become masters.
Sure.
Nothing makes us become slave over situations and circumstances. No. Every situation and circumstance is a slave to us. We are not a slave to that circumstance. That circumstance should be a slave to us. They came to serve us. We can throw them out if we want. We can trash them out if we want. You can keep them if you want, if it's necessary. But imagine having a situation which is not acceptable to you, and yet you are having it. You are in a situation, you are in a circumstance which is not good for you, which is not attractive to you, and yet you are having it in your hands, holding it like a baby. How does that happen? It's all because of how you nurtured your mind. It's because of how your mind is functioning.
Okay.
It's because of how your mind scope, your mind frame, your mindset is the way you understand things. Maybe squeeze into one corner thinking you're doing the best, but you're not.
Okay. Just being at your comfort zone.
Exactly.
You need to come out.
Exactly. That is why it's always good to learn more. To learn more. The more you learn, the more it upgrades your standard, the more it improves upon your system, and you get to know better things than you used to do before.
Okay. Ujugbadienche dog. Ujugbadienche. Mambi ke tu ibulo ni kwa Facebook eko kumenye mbuoto website eno. Ge shwanine nyekeke wobi fight pa mo maka waje shimla shimo ona ge shin is getting interesting. Ni kasimo da ke da wo yenkuni be da wo chona few ni la akasi le bikumi da ke da sani mini okay few afitai o mashi radio okay mini ja oya logo coming to you live from the heart of the city okay mini gamashi moni nyenue ni ewio egbeji Dr. Imam Abdullah Sapon ni sana akpa ni micho be ke be fe ina be hawo ina twiye wo hehu ni ko ba yo be o machine okay mini ngo ajole memenu ni kwa wo hu ni mo ajonya kenye hinye data ni nyeke nkwo echenchon be ba fi be no wo obani doc ke few achona ke ike inagbe wiemo ke advice un ifitai lo shin shwanine ngamwe kwa ya ha Linda Hope ni ko kenje boga agbena Mrs Ruby Ayi ni ike wonye be ke wo sister Christy Christy ni ikwa kenje abose okan agbenele onyaminu shem nana kwabna le ikwa kenje so utu dog
Advice from Mahaji, especially for the benefit of mostly consider especially women. But women seem to do a lot of work. Women seem to do a lot of work. They multitask. They do different things at the same time using the same mind. And sometimes when it happens like that, to be honest with you, you can become anemic. One no short blood, no lay. Just because of the way you are working a lot on the mind, you're using the mind a lot. One of your anemic, why short blood, because you're doing too much. Mostly, women are taking care of children. Washing, clean house. Oh yeah, I mean, the reason is that me you about ye first because ye many Muslim feel consider my case because to be honest, when you look at record in the world, the whole world, ye many I'm a multitasker. Akwebi, they're looking after children, doing household what do you call it? Chores, you know. They have to go to work. Some of them are career women. You know, look at the number of the things they do at the same time. Sometimes they even forget about themselves that they have to eat. So if you don't remind them of what to eat and what good food to eat, maybe you take them out somewhere to eat good food because they don't have time to cook sometimes. Or here in particular, must suggest they shouldn't forget this. You know, they should be conscious of themselves, you know, and no matter how hardworking they are, they should know they come first. Eat good food, you know, especially vegetables, you know. But not because I'm a few menses can be sometimes a short of blood normally. They become anemic without knowing. Or call you vegetables, fruits and vegetables can be at least call short layer one fine. You know, if I replace one good blood cells, red blood cells, then you tune from the bone marrows and all that. Because only you know use of weak. Or call short law non circulation. If I should go call phone airport you want to only if in lamb.
Hey dog, Ufaniwa, me to my business.
Remember if you call na good circulation, no nani in papa brain and yet you know. When I get instant no joke as well. Instead of you to think of something, oh, I'm tired, let me go and sleep. Oh, I'm tired, let me go, and then that becomes another habit. But when everything is working properly, everything is functioning properly, what happens is that the brain also functions properly. You're eating good food, contumely, you know, name them. These green leaves and all that, you know, especially what do you call it? Lettuce. You see lettuce? Okay. Lettuce say, I'm a pile raw. Lettuce call pile raw, call you problem, you will be okay. Yeah, most of the time I'm Muslim Bahamena. I'm a Muslim. Can I mention? The abdomen and the stomach. Call pile to say a clear na can you some complications a lot to say clear. You see, vegetables are ingredients you need of fire me. Insulin yakumami. You know, what do you call it? Vitamins yakumami. Or fruits and vegetables, we shouldn't waste time. We should buy them in bulk and even save them in our fridges. Make sure every day we have fruits and vegetables at home. You know, a booster or system, you know, the immune system can be, you know, I'm gonna vitamins can be in need of, you know, what do you call it? Red blood cells in need of a contributor to that. Or what can be what for and then we should do more exercise. Let me keep our brain active. Each one no telegram no monitor no fiano. So any a function of the bape it's slow down. Come in a function of the watch more. I mean, sometimes you meet people and you be surprised what is happening. They cannot tell you, but you look at them and you know straight away. I can know something is not functioning properly somewhere, but they can't tell you. In a market feeling, you know. Well, we are here to provide free advice and free support. Or advice, Mama Haji, Kautani, if you want your brain to function properly, eat good food, do good exercise, and read more, and think better. You see, life is about thinking and achieving some happiness. This is all life is about. So if you cannot think properly, it means this is not working properly. Okay. The mind, the brain is not functioning properly. Because obviously, if you're having headaches, severe headaches, you can't think properly. But if your head, your mind is sound. You see, when you're thinking, you even smile. Sometimes you'll be thinking of something, you just smile. Otherwise, you will frown. Okay. And the more you frown, the more your beauty is taken away. Okay. The more the good things in your mind will be taken away. Sure. So let's have a good mind, sound mind, and in that case, I believe we'll be achieving and be having a very sound heart.
Okay.
Or if I get any advice for Mahane.
Ni uwe about lettuce leaf. Mrs. Ruby unke broccoli leaf is the best.
Yeah, I spoke about broccoli the other time. But I said what I said was that in Africa we don't have much broccoli.
Okay.
Unless you go to these shopping centers and supermarkets and all that. But broccoli is very good as much as lettuce is very good. Anything green, I don't mean green grass, no, please. Even green grass is good for others. But honestly, the vegetables and the fruits, anything we want is there. It's all been there. It's all there for us. But you see, sometimes it's difficult. We find it so easy to buy junk foods. Just branch into some restaurant and buy some junk food. You feel you're okay. But you're okay, but in the end, it will be giving you some problems. But let's have time, to cook at home. Cooked food is the best. You go home, you wash your own food stuff, you clean it properly, you wash it and cook it. Make sure you're satisfied. Anytime you look for that food in the fridge, you go and take it and have your good food and eat it. When I get down on your feet, junk food or no cholesterol can make better. Sometimes you have constipation and all that. The more no nan come about constipations and irregularities say, yani brain a function of the bar. You get brain a function of the bar, mind don't a function of the bar. You get now good oxygen, now good circulation. Over down no fit more fibers if you're anemic, if it's like it's if it's sick. And the worst thing in life, like I said last time, is to be playing a sick role. Some people love to play a sick role, and that is not very good. That is why we are encouraging people not to feel sick, but to feel healthy in the mind, in the body, and the soul. It's not good to play sick, Even God doesn't like that. No one likes that.
Okay.
I don't like it. When I wake up in the morning, I just want to keep going. So, don't allow yourself by any, not just human beings, by any circumstance or situation to intimidate you. We are more than that. We are greater than anything we see around us. So we should not allow minor, petty things to overcome us, to override us, to overshadow us, to make us, to intimidate us. No.
Then we look inferior.
Exactly, you look inferior.
Dog mean this sprout. Miss Ruby unke sprout, also sprout, S-P-R-O-U-T.
Sprout, question simple again if you combine it.
She dog me ton kensa ne bimo abadani wabana gbesho minute etenku no memi to ma bi nuku ona ke bepie keji ohin pa ohino akoba afi nuku yemia hu o helioshi ake wo mafi okay fine
yeah, good
ni okay wo into practice one day ikule shkome shenyo shete shejwe shenu mono ke ya ke fit mo so back to state no yo no be which means strength ke michon vigor ni okay wo mi ake ya na ke ni nemfe don nchake mafi obana ko ba fe for 1 2 3 weeks ke ko so back to old state no ke yemia ko so kaye ka ni ani mi fi nchano ka shi nyema chano ni eyemu e ko so start ikun mini hani because kaji o ye conscious ni o subconscious helibushi ni o fa andamo o fa na jinye here.
You see, there's a secret you must know about the whole
system. She dog over no me okay.
A secret is only about the whole system of life. The system life system it breeds itself.
A builder itself.
Then a breeder life the whole life as you see it breeds itself like war chicken fowl hen be buolo no ke buolo no leno ejawolo alomale
anukwali.
See, the system breeds itself like that. You ask yourself, the hen or the fowl knows that they have to lay eggs, yeah, and they know this is what you call subconsciously. They know they have to lay eggs, and when they lay eggs, they have to provide some heat, yeah, like an incubator, so that the eggs doesn't go waste. And then after some time, if you're a break or egg, lente, it can be legible, normally. Good. So you see, Gomani Sana can fable. But with time, these things diminish. Oh, follow me. With time, it diminishes because you are getting older. That is the system. The system breeds itself. So if you want to mastermind the system, then you have to learn about the system. So you become part of the system. You understand my point? If you don't learn the system, you cannot rule the system. No, and you cannot change the system. We should not make that mistake.
Okay.
Look, you are young. You are young. You grow old one day. Definitely, you grow old one day. So it's a system that is making you feel like that, yeah? And you cannot change that. Have you ever heard like there's someone who claims like they will never grow old? Have you ever heard someone saying they'll never go sick?
Yeah.
Have you heard someone claiming that they'll never die? No. That is the system. Yeah? You cannot change the system, but what you can do is to learn from the system. Yeah? Let me give you this example. If you are a professor and I come to live in your house, yeah? When I didn't know anything, by the time I come out of your house, I should be a professor myself. Unless this is not prepared. Hello, Mali. Well, you see, the system is said that the system breeds itself, the system rules itself. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. That is how it started. The system rules itself. So what you need to do is to learn from the system. And then the system will teach you how to mastermind the system itself. Otherwise, you cannot do nothing. Until you die, you can't do nothing. You may think you have everything, but in the end, you realize that you're losing everything. Because you're not a master of the system. You see? So the system as it is, like I said the other day, I know my age, yeah? I know I'm getting older. But I can do things to make me feel younger. Subconsciously. This is what we call subconscious minded. This is what you do. I'm conscious of the fact that I'm a human being. I'm conscious of the fact that I'll grow old one day. But then subconsciously, something tells me that, no, I can do better than that.
And you're doing better too.
Exactly.
Sure.
Until I get to the super consciousness to tell them that, you know what, now you can even fly.
Okay.
You can even fly. Yeah, now you're becoming a Superman. You see?
Fair
is there, you know.
There.
But that's it. So you have to improve upon the standard all the time, upgrade the standard. That is why every century we have a new mobile phone, new design. You see? Because people are thinking, you know. So every year, every century, they come out with something new to upgrade the system. So as you are learning the system will breed itself and it will teach you something new for you to go forward and to improve upon the standard.
Nakai. Mambi ke tu ebule fenye ko Facebook. Biaji yeni woke woni femo ba wa ngene michon be ebachon wo hinyelo amotone no. Kenklen woke shidaba anyungo akeshi ehie wo hie ne ke we ba ta e ke we ba shi yeni wo ba shene. Masama da dog ngushi akeshi ngbo ihanle hiwale ni ikewe ba pe o machine no ni ba gbla ni bi emi chon agbeno mada wo executive producer ni ji ni gonti ajo atupa manche shoni ne oke o wada bushi ke agbeno technical producer ni ji ni lai agbenele wonyami yu ekomenye a birthday ni ji on the 7th of October ekule ni be mane mi o wish le happy birthday in advance ni ji actually mami Yakuba Pra.
Oh, nice one.
Mami Yakuba Pra, yeah. Takradi, ko keje takradi, ni wonyaminu niji shem nana kwabna le ne wishi a sister neke happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, may you age with grace and may God always bless you. Ke agbenele wo sister ko ko keje abuso kan niji Christy, won ke wonda bushi. Agbene Mrs Ruby Ayi ni le ko keje UK. Ni amni dane oke nyumo ajobu ke sister Linda Hope. Ofemo nu baba kwa wo later ni iba na very michon iba na mi share woni femo ye ishi a comment ke a questions. Biaji ye ni wo ke ni femo bawa o mashi radio wo ke mini ja oyalogo. Shkome ko ngbeji ni TETTEH. But beni wo ba shin danu wo wa ya. Sani wonyo wo da Jenny's page za shin. Ke agbene the gym boxing and fitness gym. Ke mastermind multimedia concept. Ke agbenele wen WJ stationery. Ke the gym ice kinky. Agbenele min dime brush wa Messi Messi ne hon phones here La Paz opposite Las Palmas. Nye kanji jele nkwen. Ba kami. Shikomeko mashi radio wake mini ja oya logo. Be Kenya nu wa hidon wake mini akpeyo. Nye yira don ke wakwemo.
Chimange, itolo jugada ne chulena. Itole, tole, de chimange, itolo jugada ne chulena. Kama kwa noko, kane bwana. Kama bwana ni, kane bwana kula ye wadromona. Itole, tole, de chimange, itolo jugada ne chulena. Tole, deshimange, tolo jubana me chulena. Kama kwa noko, kane bwana. Kama bwana ni, kane bwana.